In the dazzling domain of horology, where a Rolex Submariner can command $10,000 at auction, or an Omega Seamaster evokes Bond's billion-dollar bravado, 2025 unveils a sly secret. Exquisite elegance needn't eclipse your equilibrium. Everyone thought it was a Rolex, until they saw the price. Parade's 10 timepieces that masquerade as luxury legends, sporting ceramic bezels, integrated bracelets, and dive-ready fortitude yet retail under $5,000, most under $1,000, per Chrono 24 flips, showing 15 to 30% premiums for their Swiss chew Japanese soul. From Pagani Design's sub-homage to Tudor's sub-sibling, these chameleons fuse form, function, and faux fortune flair, outshining quartz quislings in mechanical merit while undercutting Rolex by 80%. Skip the homage horrors like Invicta Pro Divers, knockoff nightmares, or MVMT Chronos, hype hollows. Indulge in these imposter icons, where every sweep-second swindle scripts sophistication on a shoestring. Because in 2025's value veil, fooling the eye shouldn't fool the wallet. Let's unveil the understudies, one affordable act at a time. Number 10. Pagani Design PD1641 Submariner Homage. The Pagani Design PD1641 Submariner Homage dives into 2025 as the stealthy siren of submariner seduction. Its 40mm stainless steel case, 5mm thick with unidirectional bezel housing. A black dial with Mercedes hands and lume plots that whispers Rolex, 12/4/60 whispers. Retailing at $130 via AliExpress with 20% resale surges to $156 for its Seiko NH35A8 automatic that outticks Invicta Pro Divers in thrift tenacity, per 2025 reviews hailing it as the Subdupe Deluxe for 95% visual fidelity at 1% price. Powered by the 24-jewel NH35A 21600 VPH with hacking seconds and 41-hour reserve it sweeps, plus 15 seconds daily via Diashock buffers, date at 3 o'clock, magnified under sapphire crystal, 120-click bezel, rotating for elapsed epochs at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and helium valve homage for saturation stings. The stainless bracelet oyster-style links at 20mm lugs, clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with deployant security, solid end links channeling crown contours for seamless submergence, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 2023 as Pagani's Homage Hurricane, this PD1641 nods 1953's Subgenesis with Wavery Hot and Flame Fusion Crystal, upgraded to Sapphire in 2025 variants, forums feting its sub on a stipend that shrugs reef rips without Rolex regret, with 2025 updates adding ceramic bezel options for fade-proof fidelity. At $130, it underbids Steinhardt in Lume Longevity, Superluminova glowing blue for 8 hours, aligning with 2025's Homage Harvest via flame-retardant seals. The bezel's ceramic click gleams eternally, the movement's bidirectional rotor winding wrist waves, a benthic bargain where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that fools the forum at first glance. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the PD1641 dives deceptively, a steel simulacrum fusing homage heft with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile, proving luxury lurks in Legacy's leanest leagues until the tag tells the truth. Number 9. Timex Marlin Automatic. The Timex Marlin Automatic sails into 2025 as a mid-century mariner in steel. Its 40mm stainless steel case, 12mm thick, with exhibition back housing a silver sunray dial with Arabic numerals that evokes 1960s field watch finesse, mistaken for vintage Omega Seamaster poise, street price $289 via Timex. Calm with 15% resale bumps to $332 for its Miyota 8215 automatic that outsweeps Seiko 5EVs in American assembly, per 2025 reviews praising its Marlin magic for thrift tenacity amid Timex's retro revival. Powered by the 21-jewel 8215 Kyushu 21600 VPH with 40-hour reserve it sweeps plus 20 seconds daily via Diashock dampeners, date at 3 o'clock under domed mineral crystal for calendar curvature, fixed bezel sealing 50 meters for shower shakedowns. The leather strap quick release at 20mm lugs caresses 7-inch wrists at 130 grams with tang buckle, its SB. Foot tannage nodding eco-artisanry, while the exhibition back unveils the rotor's rhythm like a budget Breguet ballet. Relaunched in 2017 as Timex's automatic anthem, this Marlin nods 1962's original with radial guilloche blooming from pearl to plasma under LEDs, forums feting its Seamaster on a stipend that shrugs desk dives without drama, with 2025 updates adding female end links for smoother swaps. At $280 knives, it underbids Orient Bambino in lume longevity. Subtle glow for twilight toasts, aligning with 2025's Thrift Tide via Eco-Leather. The numerals applied gleam pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's bidirectional winding conquering wrist winds, a mid-century missive where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that passes for Patek at dusk. In 2025's retro renaissance, the Marlin Automatic marches masterfully, a steel sentinel fusing Viscount vibes with automatic authenticity, empowering aesthetes with wrist-worn wit that appreciates as timelessly as it adorns, until the price tag pulls the curtain. Number 8. Seiko Prospex SPB 143 Diver. The Seiko Prospex SPB 143 Diver submerges 2025 as a 1965 revival that sinks Rolex 12-460 suspicions. Its 40mm stainless steel case, 13mm thick with crown guards, housing a black sunburst dial with sword hands that gleams like a submariner sibling, retailing at $1 $200 but discounted $800 via Jama Shop, with 20% resale surges to $960 for its 6R35 automatic, 70-hour reserve, that outtanks Tudor Black Bay in heritage heft, per 2025 reviews, crowning it the 62 Mayes Modern Miracle for 95% sub-visual vibe at half the hit. Powered by the 24-jewel 6R35 21600 VPH with hacking and hand-winding it sweeps plus to 15 seconds daily via Diashock buffers, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire crystal, unidirectional 120-click bezel, rotating for elapsed epochs at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and ISO certification for saturation stings. The stainless bracelet oyster style at 20mm lugs clasps, 7-inch wrists at 180 grams with deployant clasp, solid end links channeling crown contours for seamless submergence, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 2020 as the 62 Mayes reimagined, this SPB 143 nods 1965's Antarctic expeditions, with radial rays blooming from coal to cosmos under halogens, forums feting its sub-sneak that shrugs reef rips without Rolex regret, with 2025 updates adding ceramic bezel variants for fade-proof fidelity. At $800 discount, it underbids Omega Seamaster in lume longevity, Lumibright glowing blue for 10 hours, aligning with 2025's Dive Deluge via ISO integrity. The bezel's aluminum click conquers currents, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that fools the finicky at first glance. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the SPB 143 dives deceptively, a steel sovereign fusing 1965 fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile until the tag tells the truth. Number 7. Citizen Tsuyosa NJ01 Fivio. The Citizen Tsuyosa NJ01 Fivio accelerates 2025 as an integrated insurgent that ignites AP Royal Oak envy. Its 40mm stainless steel case 11.7mm slim with faceted bezel housing a blue sunray dial with baton markers that gleams like a Code 11. 59 in disguise, retailing at $400 via Citizen outlets with 18% resale pops to $472 for its 8210 automatic 40-hour reserve that outticks Tissot PRX in Japanese jewel, per 2025 reviews dubbing it the Tsuyosa Triumph for 90% luxury, looks at 10% tag. Powered by the 21-jewel 8210 21600 VPH with hacking and hand-winding it sweeps plus 20 seconds daily via Diashock dampeners, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire crystal, fixed bezel flowing into bracelet for seamless sport at 50 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for shower shakedowns. The stainless bracelet integrated at 20mm lugs, clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with butterfly clasp, quick release pins inviting rubber for sporty swaps, while the exhibition back unveils the rotor's rhythm like a budget Audemars. Debuted in 2021 as Citizen's integrated incursion, with this NJ01 Fifthru nods 1970s NH299 dynasty, with radial rays blooming from azure to Arctic under LEDs, forums feting its oak on offer that shrugs desk dives without drama, with 2025 updates adding 37mm variants for slimmer silhouettes. At $400, it underbids Oris Aquis in integrated allure, aligning with 2025 Sunray Surge via Eco Hairsprings. The indices' faceted gleam pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's bidirectional winding conquering wrist winds, a sporty sonnet where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that passes for Patek at dusk. In 2025's integrated influx, The Tsuyosa NJ0150 quests quirkily, a steel sentinel fusing 70s heresy with Japanese subtlety, arming trendsetters with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as dynamically as they drape until the price pulls the curtain. Number 6. Orient Kamasu Diver. The Orient Kamasu Diver plunges 2025 as a Submariner Shadow in green. It's 41. 5mm stainless steel case, Darcheral 30mm thick with crown guards, housing a green sunburst dial with sword hands that evokes Rolex Hulk hues. Gray priced $250 via enthusiasts with 25% resale surges to $313 for its F69222 automatic day date that out-tanks Seiko SRPD in thrift tenacity. Per 2025 reviews crowning it the Kamasu King for 95% sub-visual vibe at quarter tag. Powered by the 22-jewel F69222 21000x600 VPH with hacking and hand-winding it sweeps plus 20 seconds daily via Diashock buffers, day date at 3 o'clock under sapphire crystal, unidirectional 120-click bezel rotating for elapsed epochs, at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for saturation stings. The stainless bracelet oyster style at 22mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 160 grams with deployant clasp, solid end links channeling crown contours for seamless submergence, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 2021 as Orient's Mako evolution, this Kamasu nods field flare with radial rays blooming from emerald to ebony under halogens, forums feeding its sub on a stipend that shrugs reef rips without Rolex regret, with 2025 updates adding ceramic bezel for fade-proof fidelity. At $250 gray, it underbids Citizen ProMaster in Lume longevity, Superluminova glowing blue for 8 hours, aligning with 2025's green gradient via eco hairsprings. The bezel's aluminum click conquers currents, the caliber's day complication conquering calendar clutter, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that fools the finicky at first glance. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the Kamasu dives deceptively, a steel sovereign fusing field fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile until the tag tells the truth. Number 5. Hamilton Khaki Field Murph. The Hamilton Khaki Field Murph marches into 2025 as a cinematic sentinel that scans as vintage Rolex Explorer poise, its 38mm stainless steel case 11mm slim with drilled lugs housing a black dial with Morse code seconds track that evokes 1950s military minimalism. Street-priced $495 via Jama Shop with 20% resale surges to $594 for its H10 automatic, 80-hour reserve that outendures Seiko Alpinist in field fidelity, per 2025 reviews dubbing it the Murph masterpiece for 90% luxury looks at half tag. Powered by the modified ETA C07.6111 25 joules at 21,600 VPH with Nivai shock absorbers. It sweeps plus by 15 seconds daily, luminous cathedral hands glowing green for crepuscular clarity under sapphire crystal. Date at 3 o'clock. Parsing calendars, sans clutter at 100 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for trail treks. The black leather strap faux distressed at 20mm lugs grips 7-inch wrists at 120 grams with tang buckle. Quick release for NATO swaps evoking Murphy's Martian maneuvers, while the caseback's solid shield etches filmic flair like a Hollywood hallmark. Downsized in 2023 from 42 emitters for wearable wormholes, this Murph miniaturizes military metal with radial textures shifting from coal to cosmos under halogens. Forums featuring its Explorer on an expedition budget that shrugs 40,800 AM magnetism. At 495 Street, it underbids Longines Spirit in Lume longevity, 12-hour glow, aligning with 2025's cinematic surge via LWG leather. The second's coded clicks narrate narrative nuance, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, a field fable where every facet foretells fortitude that fools the forum at first glance. In 2025's rugged renaissance, the Khaki Field Murph maneuvers masterfully, a steel storyteller fusing sci-fi saga with campaign clarity, arming explorers with wrist-worn epics that appreciate as steadily as they endure until the price pulls the curtain. Number 4. Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 pulses 2025 as an integrated insurgent that ignites AP Royal Oak envy. Its 40mm stainless steel case 10. 9mm slim with faceted sides, housing an ice blue waffle dial with baton markers that gleams like Genta's genius, street-priced $499 via Tissot outlets with 25% resale surges to $624 for its Powermatic 80 and 80-hour reserve that outticks PRX quartz in mechanical merit, per 2025 reviews crowning it the PRX pinnacle for 95% luxury looks at quarter tag. Powered by the ETA-derived Powermatic 80.111 to 23 joules at 21,600 VPH with Nivacron hairspring. It sweeps plus is 10 seconds daily via silicon balance, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating, fixed bezel flowing into 5-link bracelet that clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with butterfly deployant. The bracelet's brushed polished links channel luxury lug-to-lug, quick-release pins inviting rubber for sporty swaps, while the caseback's solid shield etches Tissot's heritage. Relaunched in 2021 with auto upgrade, this PRX nods 1978's original, with waffle textures blooming from azure to Arctic under LEDs, forums feting its oak on offer that shrugs 4800 AM magnetism. At 499 Street, it underbids Oris Aquis in integrated allure, aligning with 2025's Waffle Wave via Nivacron non-mag. The indice's faceted gleam pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, a sporty sonnet where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that passes for Patek at dusk. In 2025's integrated influx, the PRX Powermatic 80 quests quirkily, a steel sentinel fusing 70s heresy with Swiss subtlety, arming trendsetters with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as dynamically as they drape until the tag tells the truth. Number 3. Longines Hydro Conquest. The Longines Hydro Conquest surges 2025 as a dive dynamo that scans as Rolex Sea Dweller sophistication, its 40mm stainless steel case 12. 9mm thick with screw-down crown housing, a blue sunray dial with ceramic bezel that evokes Submariner siblings, retailing at $2,500, but discounted June $200 via Jama Shop, with 18% resale pops to $1,416 for its L888 automatic, 72-hour reserve, that outtanks Omega Seamaster in Swiss stamina, per 2025 reviews dubbing it the Hydro Air for 90% luxury looks at 2/3 tag. Powered by the ETA-derived L888 25 joules at 25,200 VPH with silicon hairspring it. Sweeps please use 10 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, date at 3 o'clock, magnified under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional 120-click ceramic bezel, rotating for elapsed epochs at 300 meters, water resistance via screw-down crown and helium valve for saturation stings. The stainless bracelet oyster style at 21mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 170 grams with deployant clasp, solid end links channeling crown contours for seamless submergence, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 2007 as Longines Modern Mariner, this Hydro Conquest nods 1963's Pla Prof legacy, with radial rays blooming from azure to Arctic under halogens, forums feeding its Sea Dweller on a stipend that shrugs reef rips without Rolex regret, with 2025 updates adding 39mm variants for slimmer silhouettes. At Ballard $200 discount, it underbids Tudor Pelagos in Lume Longevity, Super Luminova glowing blue for 10 hours, aligning with 2025's ceramic crest via silicon non-mag. The bezel's ceramic click conquers currents, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that fools the finicky at first glance. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the Hydro Conquest dives deceptively, a steel sovereign fusing field fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile until the price pulls the curtain. Number 2. Tudor Black Bay 58. The Tudor Black Bay 58 navigates 2025 as a vintage Voyager that veils Rolex Submariner suspicions, its 39mm stainless steel case 11. 9mm slim with snowflake hands, housing a black gilt dial with domed crystal that evokes 1958's Big Crown brevity, retailing at $3,900 via Tudor's site, with 15% resale surges to $4,485 for its MT54-2 Co-SC certified automatic that outticks Omega Seamaster in Tudor tenacity, per 2025 reviews crowning it the BB58 Ballad for 95% sub-visual vibe at 3/4 tag. Powered by the 25-joule MT5400 28,800 VPH with silicon hairspring and 70-hour reserve it sweeps, plus 2 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, no-date purity under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional bezel with 60-minute aluminum insert, rotating for dive drama at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and triplock seals. The riveted steel bracelet 20mm lugs clasps 7-inch wrists at 145 grams with T-fit micro-adjust. Brushed flanks and polished center links channeling crown contours for seamless submergence. Quick release for NATO swaps. Relaunched in 2018 as Tudor's Compact Conquest, this 58 nods 1954's Raffan 7924 with gilt accents that patina golden under halogens, forums hailing its sub-shrink ray that shrugs 15,000 Gauss magnetism. At $3,900, it underbids Rolex Opaline in vintage vibe, aligning with 2025's gilt gradient via Meta's mastery. The Snowflake's loom glows aquamarine, the movement's Paraflex absorbers devouring reef rips, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that fools the forum at first glance. In 2025's Dive Dynasty, the Black Bay 58 sails supremely, a steel sovereign fusing 50s heritage with hydraulic harmony, arming adventurers with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they endure until the tag tells the truth. Number 1. Omega Seamaster Diver 300 Met. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300 M crowns 2025 as the bond-backed behemoth that beguiles as Rolex's shadowy sibling. Its 42mm stainless steel case, 13mm thick with wave dial housing, a blue sunburst dial with ceramic bezel that gleams like a submariner in stealth. Retailing at $5,600, but gray $4,500 via Chrono24, with 22% resale surges to $5. $490 for its Meta's certified coaxial 8800 that outtanks Tudor Pelagos and Swiss Stamina, per 2025 reviews dubbing it the Seamaster Supreme for 98% sub-visual vibe at 45% tag. Powered by the 35-jewel 8800, 25,200 VPH with silicone hairspring and 55-hour reserve it sweeps plus E00. Seconds daily via coaxial escapement, no date purity under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional 60-minute ceramic bezel, rotating for dive drama at 300 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and helium escape valve for saturation stings. The stainless bracelet oyster style at 21mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 170 grams with deployant clasp, solid end links channeling crown contours for seamless submergence, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 1993 as Bond's aquatic accomplice, this 300 Met nods 007's Casino Royale with radial rays blooming from azure to Arctic under halogens. Forums feting its sub-on-steroids that shrugs 15,000 Gauss magnetism. At $4,500 gray, it underbids Rolex Yachtmaster in Loom longevity. Superluminova glowing blue for 12 hours, aligning with 2025's ceramic crest via Meta's mastery. The bezel's ceramic click conquers currents, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that fools the finicky at first glance. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the Seamaster Diver 300 Met dives deceptively, a steel sovereign fusing Bond's bravado with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile until the price pulls the curtain.